Hi ladies, I wanted to make a video talking all about my experiences while trying to conceive, some things that I did not know, some things I wish I would have known, and just all overall, feelings that I've had, stuff like that. First of all, trying to conceive kills the mood. Um, I'm sure many of you know, especially you TTCers who have been trying for a long time. I honestly, when there's so much pressure on, every time that you baby dance to make a baby, you begin to look at your husband differently. You, it's not that I love my husband any less or I'm any less attracted to him. It's nothing like that. It's just when you're trying to conceive, it just feels like there's so much more pressure on baby dancing that's all you think about is just baby dancing. You're not thinking about, making love. And so it just puts a lot of pressure on that, and it kind of kills the mood sometimes. You think something is wrong. Um, After a while of trying to conceive and it doesn't go your way, you start to think of every possible thing that you could be doing wrong. And it gets very frustrating because, at least in my case, I'm like, how do you baby dance wrong? How do you just not get pregnant? You take all these precautions when you're younger because everybody tells you, it only takes one time, which it could. It definitely could. Um, but it just seems like, you stop taking all the precautions and you just don't get pregnant. So you start to think of every single thing that could possibly be wrong with you. And that puts a lot more pressure on. Another thing, when you are trying to conceive, this is my own personal opinion. I'm not trying to offend anybody or make anybody upset. But everyone around you gets pregnant when you're trying to conceive. And I've told many of my friends, please don't be afraid to tell me that you're pregnant just because I've been trying for so long. And it's true. I may cry when I find out my friends are pregnant. I mean, maybe not to their face, but I'm sorry. I've been trying for so long, and it's just, I don't know. It's such a hard thing. And I know a lot of you TTCers can agree with me on this one. It's so incredibly hard to watch everyone around you be pregnant and you try so hard to be happy. It's not that you're not happy for them, but you're so envious that it just breaks your heart into a million pieces. And it seems like everyone around you gets pregnant. Um, Another thing while trying to conceive is there's a lot of questions. Well, in my case, I have a child, so mine is, when's baby number two gonna come? Things like that. Just little questions. Have you guys thought about having another baby? Yes, we have. We thought about it a long time ago, and we've been trying for 2 years. So, and it's not that people are trying to be rude or anything like that. It's nothing like that. It's just there's a lot of questions that come when you're trying to conceive, and it took me a long, long time to want to make these kind of videos, because I guess I just didn't want people that I really knew to know my struggles that I'm going through. It would be much easier for me to know a bunch of strangers and pull together with a bunch of strangers who don't actually know me, and then like close family and friends watching these videos and knowing all the deep down, what I've been going through. And it's much harder that way. Another thing that comes with trying to conceive is you are an emotional wreck. You start out your cycles and you're like, this is going to be the one, I can feel it. And, you know, you start your period, or take 100 million pregnancy tests and they're negative. You're like, oh, there's always next month. And then the next month comes and you're positive, and then all of a sudden you can only be positive for so long until you start to have a pity party. And my husband could tell you there have been many days that I've just bawled my eyes out all day long. Whether it's finding out someone else is pregnant, or getting a negative pregnancy test, or just whatever. I have pity parties sometimes because I feel like, why me? What did I do wrong? Why can't I have another baby? Um, and actually not that long ago, something happened to me and it broke my heart. I took a pregnancy test, and I'm the kind of girl that, like, because I take them so much, I've been trying for so long, I don't sit there for 3 minutes. I watch it go through, I wait like a minute, and I check it if it's negative, which I know is a no-no. And I don't do that anymore after this happened to me. In my life, I've taken millions of pregnancy tests. Never once have I had an evaporation line. Never one time. So, I just happened. I always double check my pregnancy test later. I don't know why, because I like to torture myself probably. And I went and looked, and when there was the second line. And I had bought in a 2-pack, and my heart just dropped. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is finally happening. And I instantly ran into my husband and like threw the test at him. I'm like, do you see that? Do you see that line? And he was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, don't get too excited yet, because it could be, it could be a false positive. I'll take another one in the morning. I did not sleep all night. I was so scared. I got online and, I checked on a bunch of things and watched a lot of videos, and come to find out it was an evaporation line. The next day for me was probably one of the hardest days I've had in a long time. I called my mom bawling, and I'm like, this is a cruel joke. Like, this is so unfair. I can't even take it anymore. So anyways, it's an emotional roller coaster going up and down, and I know that I'm not alone on this, and this is why I'm making videos about it. Another thing that happens to me while trying to conceive is, because my periods don't come very often, I feel, and period symptoms and pregnancy symptoms are so similar anyways, that I am what was that symptom? My breasts are tender. Could it be? Oh my gosh, I'm kind of crampy. Could it be? I don't feel very good today. Could it be? I'm a pregnancy symptom all the time. I'm paying attention. When you're trying to conceive, you are really paying attention to your body. Every single thing, from any kind of indigestion, stomach ache, cramp, extra urination, you're paying attention. And so all of those things, you think it's possible. It's always possible. And then, you end up getting let down in the end. So those are just some kind of things that I've experienced with trying to conceive that is so frustrating to me. Yeah. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. And if you guys, have some things that, you wish you knew, or just some things that you've really learned while trying to conceive, that have happened, please leave a video response. I would love to watch, some videos on some girls feeling the same way I do. I'm okay right now. I feel like I'm going to be okay. I'm going to figure this out, and everything's going to be okay. I'm kind of in my positive stage right now. And who's to say in a month and a half I'm not going to be in my pity party stage? We shall see. So anyways, please subscribe and join me on my trying to conceive journey. Let's all be together, and let's all be friends. Let's do it together, I would like to have like a little support group on here of women that are going through the same thing I'm going through, and we can do it together. So, anyways, yeah, so if you do this video, please post it as a video response, and baby dust to everyone, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, ladies.